Warning, cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
Oh, gosh.
Dan, what are you doing?
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
It's just like he's just trying to keep a big secret from me.
I just can't take the lies.
I just can't go on anymore. I need to know the truth.
I don't like being the one that has to show you this.
Yeah, we got it right now. They're heading south.
I'm tired of the excuses.
This is something that I've got to know.
They're together right now. There they are. Let's go.
What's up, homie? Who are you, homie?
How did you do this to me?
Man,
Stop! Ow! Stop! Mitch, stop!
Dan, you better get right with God.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Hello, I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for watching this thrilling presentation of Cheaters. Please meet Dan Newberry, a man in doubt of his wife's commitment to their vows. Needing to ensure her devotion, Dan contacts Cheaters for an investigation.
Dan Newberry, age 49. A contractor worried that his wife's daily routine includes the company of another man.
When Josie and I first got together, I mean, we were so close and we did everything together, and she always wanted me to be at home, and she was calling me, and physically we just meshed together real well, and it seemed like we really had something, and that's why I married her. And now it's just changed so drastically. It's completely different. When I got married, you know, I'm old school. I believe that you should be devoted, and that it's a lifetime commitment, that it's not, you know, a few years and you get divorced. I came into this for the long haul. I want to be with her forever. And if she's not committed and if she wants to fool around, then, you know, I'm not into that at all. If I find out that Josie's really cheating, I don't know what I would do. I've put a lot into our relationship. I've sacrificed, and I mean, the bitch would have something coming to her. I can guarantee you that. I would have something for her, because I'm not going to be played, and I'm never going to be played. And I mean, it will hit the fan, big time.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Josie Newberry, likeness withheld, age 32. A housewife suspected of camouflaging the truth behind her daily chores. Investigation Day 3. Cheaters intelligence officers expedite an order for all field operatives to concentrate on the residence Dan shares with his wife, Josie. Out on a job, Dan puts his trust in Cheaters to find out if his suspicions are correct. After several hours of surveillance, Cheaters PIs observe suspect Josie Newberry, whose likeness has been withheld, taking a seat on the front porch of the couple's home. Taking inspectors by surprise, a vehicle stops in front of the house. Suspect Newberry trots over and promptly enters the car. Several miles away, suspect Newberry and her driver pull into the parking lot of a local topless bar. When the occupants exit the car, Cheaters sleuths quickly confirm that a tall, unidentified gentleman accompanies suspect Newberry. Sometime later, suspect Newberry and company leave the strip club and advance to the companion's vehicle. They drive straight back to suspect Newberry's residence, where she thanks him for a lovely evening. Investigation Day 5. With Dan again out on a job, Cheaters PIs pay close attention to Josie's activities back at the couple's home. Suspect Newberry scampers out and again hops right into the companion's awaiting chariot. After a short pursuit, suspect Newberry and companion, now positively identified as Stephen Hoffner, exit his vehicle and walk hand in hand into a fancy Mexican restaurant. They enjoy a few more margaritas and wrap up their meal before the couple re-enters Companion Hoffner's car. With still more in store for the evening, Cheater's agents track down the two to a drug and sex paraphernalia store located in an unsafe sector of the city. After a brief stint picking out some essential supplies, suspect Newberry and Companion Hoffner return to Dan's house, where the two say their goodbyes and call it a night. Investigation Day 7. After hours of inactivity, Cheater's crews notice Companion Hoffner approaching his sweetheart's residence. Companion Hoffner boldly walks up to her front door and rings the bell. What happens next tops off Josie's complete betrayal of her husband, Dan. Companion Hoffner is allowed permission to drive Dan's prized antique 1965 Chevy Nova. Cheater's intelligence knows that Dan has put countless hours of work into this vehicle and deems it a family heirloom. He shuffles suspect Newberry inside a restaurant after making a half-hearted attempt at parking Dan's treasured asset. Suspect Newberry's unscrupulous attitude toward Dan speaks for itself in this recorded phone call.
Hello?
Hey, babe. Are you wearing panties?
No.
Well, I'm getting home a little bit late tonight, but I was hoping you will be there so we can go do some shopping.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen because I have volunteer work to do for the church tonight. So it's gonna be pretty late before I get home.
I hate to hear that, but
It's only once a week.
well, I guess so. Why?
I'll call you. How's that? I mean, I can't give you a definite time, okay? Just let me call you.
All right.
Love you, bye.
Cheater's operatives withdraw the troops after collecting sufficient confirmation of Josie's dishonesty. Coming up, the confrontation.
Now that Josie's lies have been exposed, Cheaters informs Dan of his wife's shameful conduct. Remaining hopeful, Dan attempts to salvage his once happy marriage.
Dan, thanks for being here today. I know that we had to pull you away from work. I appreciate your attention in getting here so quickly. Dan, the reason that we did have to pull you away from work today is because our investigators do have some information. Are you ready to take a look at some of that?
Sure.
Dan, on this day, she was right outside your home, just waiting on the steps. After a period of time, a car arrived. Josie goes and gets into the car, and they were followed to a cabaret.
Yeah, I know him. I know that guy. It's her ex-husband's friend.
So you know that gentleman?
Yeah.
They went inside, spent some time there before they left, and they returned back to your home.
That's unacceptable. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
On this day, Dan, our detectives observed this gentleman arriving at your home again.
Oh, what are they doing in my car, man? She's not even supposed to have the key to my car. My father passed away less than a year ago, and he gave that to me, and I'm in the process of fixing it up. She knows. I can't believe it. Oh.
They're followed to a liquor store. After they make some purchases, they come out. She's got a beverage.
Oh, man.
She's got some beer. And evidently, this day is not ready to end as they're
She's
followed.
just stomping over everything that's sacred to me.
They go to a park, and there's some activity going on inside that I don't need to describe. I know you hoped for better results. One of the reasons that we had you here now, obviously, is to give you this information. We can also provide you with something else, and that is an opportunity to confront Josie and for you to find out directly from her.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
And I'm going to call the detective. And we'll find out exactly what's going on. Yeah, we just finished a briefing. He did pick her up not long ago. They did take your dad's car.
Oh, no.
Okay, right now they're on the east side of town. They haven't stopped yet. They're still moving. We're going to go ahead and load up. All right, listen, we're going to just jump in and start heading over on the east side of town.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right.
You know I have to drive my own truck. I'm in my company truck, and I can't leave it.
Let's get a van in front and a van behind them.
Okay.
Stay very close. We have to move now. What we're probably going to end up doing is stopping someplace in the interim when we find out where they are, because they're still driving right now. Let's go. Come with me. call the chopper and see if they've done it. Yeah. They're at the lake? Okay. We're moving there right now. He's behind us. That sounds good.
Yeah, we got him over here on the northeast shore.
Okay, Dan. I don't know if you can see through all these trees. Probably just gonna get out. You can just leave the truck right here, and we'll just go on foot.
No, I can't
they're
handle
right.
it.
They're right.
Dan, go. Dan! Get back in the car. Watch out, guys. Watch out. Go. All right, come on, guys. Come on.
Get over there! Dan! Get on it!
Dan, what are you doing? Dan! Hey, Dan! Get back. All right, watch out, guys. Watch out.
Dan, come on, man. That's not why we're here. Do not put yourself in jeopardy.
Let me get at her.
No, calm down. I'm Joey Greco with Cheaters. Josie? Gentlemen.
Stop, guys. Stop, man.
Back up. Let him go. Just let him the hell go. I don't care.
Get him, guys. Guys.
No, stop it, please!
He married you. He's supporting you and your 2 children. You have a 3rd child together. At what point does he deserve this?
He doesn't.
She's changed a lot.
Hey, watch.
She's changed a lot. Yeah, I guess it's over then.
Coming up next, the conclusion.
Well, who's the father to our baby? Is that mine or is that somebody else's? Is that his? Who's the father of our baby?
This right now.
Yeah. We're going to have DNA tests now, I know
Well,
that.
I think that's probably a good idea.
You have turned out to be one low-life piece of...
You being here with someone else isn't right.
Okay. Well,
I know that what brought you here isn't right. If you weren't out in a park in his dad's car with someone other than your husband, I wouldn't be here.
that's
Let
really
him
what it
drive my
boils
car.
down to, right?
Do you think you're going to be able to salvage any?
It doesn't look
do you
like it.
want
I don't
to?
know.
Do you
If
have
she
a
wanted
desire
to, I would, but I don't even think she wants to. She's just making up excuses.
You know, and I think what's going to happen here now is, what people say under these circumstances may not be exactly what they feel.
Right.
Okay, he's calmed down, so if you guys want to talk, I'll step back and let you guys just...
I'm sorry about all this. I should have came to you and talked to you about it.
I wish you had. I'm just wasted by it. I don't know what
Sorry. I didn't want it to end like this. I mean, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's do good to each other for the baby's well.
What we're going to do, Dan, you can just hop in there. Right behind the driver, yeah. We'll take care of your truck, all right? We'll have one security guard drive it back. They'll follow us.
All right.
Okay, give you some time to calm down. I just want you to sit here for a second, air conditions on. Just relax.
All right.
Okay. Josie? Okay. We've got Dan taken care of. We're going to take him wherever he needs to. We're going to take him home.
Okay.
All right. We'll have our second security van.
Okay.
They'll be able to take you wherever you need to go.
Okay.
Thanks. Follow me. We'll go ahead and put you in the security van. I know this is a shock, and I know this is difficult to process because a lot has been put on your plate. As important as that car was to you, in the face of what was going on, you ran into it.
Yeah, in my mind, I just went red hot with anger when I saw them together. I didn't think what I was doing. I didn't think at all.
Are there questions that you wish you might have asked Josie that you didn't get a chance to?
I've got a lot of questions. A lot of questions for her. I'd like to know if she really wants to carry on, or if she wants to if she wants to keep going or if she is ready to split up. I'd like to know if she wants to be with him, she can be with him. But if she wants to be with me, it's going to have to be with me and only me.
After the confrontation, a despondent Dan longs for happier times. Later in the program, Cheaters discloses his recovery's progress. But first, Cheaters introduces Michael Contreras. Returning to shed light on the ugly events of that fateful night, Michael holds nothing back.
Michael Contreras, age 26. Michael discusses how letting his anger get the better of him resulted in an unforgettable lesson.
I parked behind the restaurant, so it was kind of, the parking lot was empty at this time. It was probably like around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. We started walking towards my car at the time, and I'm not noticing anything going on unusual, but we get to the car, and all of a sudden here, I turn and I see these two vans just speeding up. And my initial reaction is like, well, are they gonna hit us, or my car gonna get stolen? But then, all these cameras start popping out, and I'm kind of wondering, I'm in shock. I have no idea what's going on.
Eric, Liz, Joey Greco at Cheaters. Guys, come on, guys. Gentlemen.
Stop it!
Yeah, they better hold me back. Look at this. Yeah. Liz, why? Huh?
Because you're never there for me.
You little baby? Dude, keep camera on my face. Dude,
Eric.
What?
I love you. Why are you doing this to me? Huh?
I love you.
Why?
I couldn't tell you.
What? Don't touch it like that, dude. You don't know me.
After the altercation, I threw the camera, broke it. I kind of wanted just to get out of there. And, I asked her to come with me. I just wanted to see how much, in love or whatever she was with him. Because if she went with me, obviously there's something wrong there. So, basically, it's sad to say, it was kind of a test. I just wanted to see where we stood. Because in my eyes, they were fighting pretty good. So I just wanted to get her out of there and just try to go cool off and, just see what happens from there.
Is there any proof?
That's why.
This could be the first time we only did this. This could be only the first time.
Huh? 2 years for what? So you can come to this
You
guy?
want to see some proof?
This guy doesn't care about you.
I don't care about that.
See, now that wasn't necessary.
Well, now don't turn your back on me.
Hey,
Don't touch me. Don't put your hand on me anymore. Don't.
Okay, look,
Okay?
you know what? No, that's not necessary.
hey, hey, Liz, let's go. Come on, get in the car, let's go, we're leaving.
The next day after I went to work, I come home and I see I have a message. It's from Liz. She wants me to call her. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm gonna call her. So, but for some reason, I just want to see how she's doing, just to make sure everything's cool. So I call her. She tells me it's over with her and Juan, and wants, to be with me. I'm just no. So I tell her no, and she doesn't understand why, and I tell her because I can't trust you. Look what you did, to him. What's to say you ain't gonna do it to me? So basically, that was all she wrote with that.
Under specific guidelines, Dan Newberry is willing to give his marriage an opportunity to overcome the unfortunate incident. Most importantly, Dan insists Josie must undergo DNA testing to confirm that he is indeed the father of their child. As for his behavior during the confrontation, Dan admits going overboard, but defends his position by pointing out that ultimately no one was hurt. Agreeing to possible reconciliation, Josie Newberry says that Dan's temper will be the major factor in determining the future longevity of their marriage. Admittedly petrified during the confrontation, Josie needs reassurance that Dan will never again act in such a deranged manner. In return, Josie promises to never again take their sacred marriage vows for granted. In hindsight, Stephen Hoffner now admits he was partially in shock during the confrontation and wants nothing more to do with Dan or Josie Newberry. He says it's just not worth it to get involved with a married woman whose husband is a jealous maniac. Stephen plans to press assault charges and request punitive damages for the mental trauma he claims to have suffered.
All done, sir.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Mr. G.